Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to another vlog. This is about to be such a chaotic week for me, and this vlog might be slightly all over the place, but that's just how life as a small business owner is, isn't it? It is currently Monday. It's like 4 p.m. already in the day, but this week I have 4 custom orders to finish, and I have to send them out by Saturday because I'm leaving and going out of town for 3 weeks. So these have to get finished somehow within the next like 5-6 days. One of them I have actually started on, which I've shown in a couple of other vlogs, and I'll show you an update on that. 3 of them I've not started whatsoever, but those 3 specifically are Eras Tour outfits, and 2 of them are rep bodysuits, which I've done a few times already. So it's not my first time making it, so I'm, you know, a little bit faster at it. I feel better about it, but at the end of the day, still 4 orders that I have to make that I was just silly enough to leave to last minute. For whatever reason, I thought I had more time and I don't. So this week, since we have so much going on, I want to just film all the bits and pieces of me making everything. So I'm not going to vlog like my entire day if it doesn't involve actually sewing these custom orders, but I kind of want to show you like how much I do per day for each one. I still have to go fabric shopping for some of them, so it's about to be a chaotic week. But it's kind of been a while since I've had kind of this much work and this much chaos in a week. So at the same time, that's kind of fun and exciting. So let's get into it. Okay, the first order that needs to go out ASAP is a rep bodysuit. This is one I've made already. This is the one I've made. This is Taylor's for reference. It's basically just a bodysuit with long sleeves, but it has these like shoulder cutouts. I am gonna be custom patterning this one because I believe it falls into a plus size category, so I think my standard bodysuit pattern doesn't have this exact range, so I got specific measurements from her to make sure it fits well. I've done a few plus size bodysuits and they've all worked out really nicely as long as I get all the measurements I possibly need. And at the end of the day, bodysuits are stretchy, so that always gives a little more room as well, which is nice. But I love this bodysuit. It's one of my favorites. Love making it. I think it should be easy. The only thing is I'm not sure if I have lining fabric for this. I know I have the bodysuit fabric. I'm just not sure if I have the lining fabric or not. But I think I'm just gonna start by patterning it out, getting that situated, and then we can cut it out from the fabric that I do have for it, the outer shell fabric. And then I'll dig through my closet, see if I have the lining. If not, at least we have like the pattern and that ready, and I can just go buy the lining fabric, which is just like basic black stretch fabric, nothing crazy. But this one I need to send out by Wednesday, ideally. If I could send it out by Tuesday night, that would be even more ideal, but that is literally tomorrow. So TBD on that one. She lives in the States, but is going to Europe for one of the shows this upcoming weekend. So we're gonna like next day ship it to her so that she can pack it with her. I believe she leaves Friday and her show is either Saturday or Sunday. So kind of on a very big deadline. This one specifically though, we were on a more crunched deadline because she wanted to wait to give me measurements just in case her body fluctuated or anything, because we probably signed on for this custom order like 6 months ago or so, but she wanted to wait on that. And then I accidentally forgot to like ask her for measurements like recently, and she also kind of forgot to follow up on it until like last week. She was like, oh my god, I haven't sent you measurements, and I was like, oh my god, you're so right. Like I haven't even like thought about it, because usually for these orders what I'll do is like I'll put my customer's name, a picture of what they want, and then I have like all the measurements next to it, and I have it on my wall. And usually I'll write what day it's for so that I know when I need to do it. This one, for whatever reason, I just didn't write the date because I just said, oh, I'm waiting on measurements. So I was like, oh, when I get measurements, I'll make it. But because we both kind of spaced on it, we're like running very last minute, but thankfully it's something I've done already, so it's simpler. And again, like a bodysuit really isn't that crazy compared to like, I don't know, other custom orders I've done. So I feel decent about it. I just really want to make sure that it gets to her on time. Okay, so I have my pattern for the bodysuit done. So I have the front and the back. I'm double checking her bicep measurement before I figure out the sleeve because I realized I didn't have that. I have her sleeve length, but I didn't ask for bicep, and that's an important one. So waiting on that one. But when it comes to this fabric, it has a very specific pattern to it, as you can kind of see there. And because I like to cut these on fold, basically what I do is I find that like middle ground of this pattern, and I make sure to fold it exactly on that middle line. So one way to do this is to like pin like the edge of this diamond and make sure it gets pinned to exactly the same edge of this other diamond and like pin that in place. It's kind of a lot of prep work for it, but obviously the result really pays off because the pattern will be like perfectly aligned, which makes the whole thing look 10 million times better. That's the like quote unquote most difficult part of this specific piece, but otherwise it's a very like easy to make piece. Okay, I have the bodysuit cut out of like the shell fabric. So what I can do for now is attach the shoulders and the side seams of it, the front to back. I still need to check to see if I have lining fabric. I feel like I don't. But other than that, I'm going to have dinner and shower and then come back to this in a little bit. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher in the background. I feel like it's aggressively loud. But I did find lining. I have no idea if it's enough for the sleeves as well, but I think it should be. It's just like plain black knit fabric. So I am gonna go ahead and cut out my bodysuit pieces and start piecing that together. I sewed up the like outer shell, what I had of it so far. So I feel good about actually getting this done like sooner rather than later, especially since I do actually have lining. I'm just gonna hope that it's enough, but it's not too late. It's like 7:50 right now, so I do intend to work a little bit into the night, but nothing too crazy. Okay, it's about 8:30 and I have the base of the bodysuit put together, like the lining to the main fabric. It's open at the crotch right now, so I do need to close that up, and obviously open at the sleeves, but otherwise is put together. I just went ahead and ironed down my zipper so that I can sew it on there. So I'm gonna do the zipper and finish that off, finish off the crotch, and then only leave the armholes open for when I have the bicep measurement and for when I go buy more fabric, because I definitely do not have enough to line the sleeves. But I feel good about getting the base done. The sleeves is really easy and simple to do on top of that, so this is good. And then maybe after this, if I still have energy, I might just pattern out the next couple of orders as well. But we're doing good, guys. We're doing good. So I have the bodysuit basically prepped up until what I said. I just have a few little bits to hand sew on the lining. So I'm gonna do that. I haven't made one of these bodysuits in like a hot minute, but I've made so many of them in general for the Eras tour, and they're one of my favorites to make because it's just so satisfying to see this like pattern line up. And also Reputation's one of my favorite albums. I feel like this bodysuit is one of those things that you like put on and you like immediately just feel like so confident and whatever, because I feel like that's what Reputation, the album, kind of exudes. And one of the reasons I really love it, it's one of those albums I can put on and I just like immediately feel like so good about myself. And so I feel like these outfits also kind of give that energy when you wear them, which I love. I love seeing my customers in them. I hope I get pictures of these. I have yet to get any pictures from any international orders I've done. Like, I've gotten messages from people being like, oh, I loved it, but not everybody's comfortable with sharing pictures because they don't want them to be like posted publicly to my page, so totally understandable. But I really hope we get some pictures eventually because it is the best and most like gratifying part of all of this. Okay, everything's officially hand sewn. It is 9:30 and I'm feeling good about this. I think this is so fun and so cute. This is the inside. As you can see, it's all fully lined. Everything is put together at the bottom there. Let me turn it inside out. Here's the actual bodysuit so far. Looks like this. Here's the back. Lines up super nicely. Again, always so satisfying. This is one of my favorites to make. I think I might just take the time to start patterning some of the other ones. One of the other ones that I have to do is also inspired by this Reputation bodysuit, but it's for a male customer. So we're doing like a muscle tank with a hood and then shorts, and he was actually so kind, and like I told him, I was like, I really haven't done a lot of menswear. I've done a few things here and there, but I told him, I was like, I mean, I don't, like, I can do it, I'm happy to, but like I'm really gonna need your cooperation with like a million measurements and all these things. And he was like, why don't I just send you like a pair of shorts that I really like and like a t-shirt that fits me well, so you can kind of base it off of that. And I was like, that is life-saving. You are a dream. Like, yes, please. So I have that here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just like make the pattern off of those pieces, and then if I figure out the pattern easily tonight and I want to cut out like the top out of this same fabric, like I will. But yeah, so that pattern will be somewhat easier just because I have like a base of it, and then the other custom order is also just a bodysuit. But I want to start with the male one because I just kind of want to get that pattern like situated and kind of think through it. Okay, so I think I have the pattern. So for the shirt, it was really easy because we're doing a sleeveless moment, so I didn't have to like figure out the sleeves. So I just have quite literally a block of the front and back in one. So very simple. The shorts a little bit different because they're a stretch waistband, so I had to like stretch out the waistband to see how actually like big they are before you put the elastic in there. So I think I have it. I might still just like make them a little bit bigger, but I have the front and back here. I thought about cutting out today, but I think I'm gonna wait it out till tomorrow. I feel really good about all the work I got done today. Since I also still need like the lining and stuff for this order too, I figure I might as well just like get all of that and be able to like just do it all at once. Get some rest today and maybe just not rest the rest of the week, which is fine. So feel good about it. We're making moves. We're doing it. It is 10 p.m. right now. I will catch you guys tomorrow for our next little task. So it is now Wednesday, May 15th. It is 9 a.m. I'm about to head to Mood to pick up some lining fabric that I told you guys I was missing some of. Today's goal is to finish off this bodysuit completely and send it out, which I'm not worried about. All we have to do is the sleeves, and then I think I want to get started on maybe the other bodysuit and get that out of the way, since those are kind of the quickest, and then leave kind of the heavier set stuff for later. I might even be able to finish the full other bodysuit today and then get started on the other like rep men's outfit. I think this dress, which is my last order to do, is gonna be like the last thing I do, just because all I really have to do is like finish hand sewing the pleats and then like actually attaching the skirt, finishing off the zipper. Like, it's not that much more, but I think I just want to finish all the rep and like sequined stuff so I can like properly vacuum all the sequins and then like just focus on that, because it's really annoying to go back and forth between like sequin fabric, non-sequin fabric. So that being said, let's head over to Mood because they open at 9:30, so I want to just get there as soon as they open, get my stuff, and come back so we can finish this bodysuit today. Okay, it is 10:30. We have secured the goods, and I'm ready to add this sleeve onto this bodysuit and literally go like drop it off right away, basically. But I need to make the pattern for the sleeve. She's looking cute. I'm excited. I got as similar of a black knit as I could to the one I had. The one I had previously honestly is better quality and a little bit thicker. I don't know why Mood just like doesn't have that thick of jersey knits. Like I feel like a lot of them are really, really thin. This one's the best one I could find. It is actually like, it's good. It's just, I think the other one I have is even better quality, honestly. But it'll work. It'll do the job. So let's make this sleeve pattern and pray to God that I have enough fabric to do all this, because I didn't quite measure it out. But this fabric I have to like order online because it's very specific pattern. So I really praying here that everything works out. I've run into a bit of a conundrum here. So I do have enough fabric for the last sleeve that I need to cut out and the top that I'm making for the other custom order. However, because this fabric has a specific pattern, I can't just like cut wherever. I have to cut in a specific place, and because of that, it leaves me no room for this sleeve, or not enough room. It's like just a little bit too small. So what I think I'm gonna do is cut out the top for the other custom order first, because I do want to make sure that has its full pattern on it. And for this sleeve, I think I'm just going to like patchwork together pieces of this so it looks like one full piece, and then cut the sleeve from that, because I checked through all of my scraps because I haven't thrown out any scraps from other previous like custom orders, but I realized this fabric, there used to be a different one that has the same pattern, but it was actually like fully opaque. Like it wasn't on mesh, it's on like jersey. So as you can see, it doesn't have like any see-throughness, and I could cut out a sleeve from that, but it would look slightly different from this one, which as you can see like is transparent. Even though it's the same exact pattern, all of that, I think you'd be able to tell that it's slightly different, and I think that would drive me insane personally. So I don't want to do that to my customers. So I think I'd rather just patchwork together bits of this pattern and hope for the best, because I did not think about the fact that obviously lining up the pattern would cause me to lose a lot more yardage. Slight conundrum, but we'll figure it out. I've also decided that for this top, since it is going to be kind of like a muscle tank, I'm gonna do like on the side here, like right here, I'm gonna do like a strip of just jersey, because sequins are really itchy and I just feel like it'll be more comfortable for him to have like at least like a little row of not sequins for like his arms and like armpit area. Otherwise it gets really itchy. So that cuts off a little bit from the sides here, which gives me a little bit more fabric. Okay, I have the sleeves sewn, and then I just cut out the sleeves in the lining. My next thing on this is to do the little shoulder cutouts. So I kind of freehanded this last time. It turned out good, so I'm just gonna go with it again. And then I basically use this mesh to connect it. It's not actually like open, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna roughly just cut into one and then use that to cut into the other one. Okay, time check. It is 12:45 and I just finished the full bodysuit. So this is what it looks like. It has little shoulder cutouts up here, which I think are so fun. I need to make sure I cut all these threads off of it. Here's the back. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it looks great. I'm gonna double check all the measurements, but I think it all should be pretty good to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and send it. I was looking up what the best like overnight shipping situation is, because I've used UPS for it before and it didn't actually get there overnight, which was really annoying. But I looked online, it says FedEx is actually the best, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I've got my package ready to go. I'm gonna literally go and drop it off right now, and then I will come back, actually eat lunch, and then we can get started on the next piece. But it is a 1:15 right now, so let's get this out. Okay, it is 3:15 and I'm officially ready to get back into work mode. I took a bit of a break, ate my lunch, and I think I'm gonna start on the top that I cut out earlier for my like male custom order. I have like the front and back of the top cut. I'm gonna cut out the little side pieces that I mentioned earlier out of this fabric, then I'll cut the lining and then we'll start piecing it together. It does have a hood, I just haven't cut that out yet, but I just want to piece together like the torso of it first and then feel out like the neckline and how I'm gonna have the hood cut. I think this is gonna be cute and fun and different, obviously, than anything I've done so far for the tour. Okay, it's about 4:15 and we have the top kind of put together. The armholes are finished. I don't know how well you can see this, but here's the little side bits that I said. It is lined. Obviously this is still opened. This I have attached, but I haven't like hemmed properly, but this is what it looks like. Basically just the rep fabric, but as like a standard kind of muscle tank. This I'm probably gonna bring down a little bit for the hood or like figure out a little opening for it. Just haven't done that yet. I have some other work I need to do for my other jobs, so I'm gonna do that and get back to this later tonight, but I feel good about where we're at. We're being very productive considering I like skipped yesterday basically, so we're doing good. I feel good about it. Okay, it's 8:40 and I think I'm gonna start with the shorts for the male custom order that I'm doing. I made the pattern the other day, so I'm just gonna go for it and hope for the best. I'm gonna make it out of just like black sequins, obviously lined with the same lining that we used for the top so that it's nice and like soft. And these have an elastic waistband, so they should be like pretty simple to do and quick. At least that's the goal, if all goes well. Okay, it's about 10 p.m. now and I have the shorts mostly done. They are pretty much put together. I realized I made them a little bit too big though, so I am taking it in, but my bobbin ran out and I decided that that was a sign that I was done sewing for the night. Aside from like the back of them right now being like pinned together and same with like the hem, this is basically what they look like. Obviously it's gonna have an elastic, so it'll be like more scrunched in, not actually this wide. And then I did put pockets into it, obviously. So I think these are so cute and they're obviously gonna go under the top back there. These will definitely be finished by tomorrow, no doubt about it at all. But because I did actually get a lot more done, I don't know if I'm gonna have like a sleepless crazy night this week. I think my only maybe potential one will be that dress back there, but even at that, I feel like if I finish these shorts and that top tomorrow and potentially get started on the next bodysuit, TBD, I have plans with a friend. If not, like that bodysuit I can easily finish on Friday, like half the day, it doesn't take me that long, and then fully do that dress after. And then I have all of Saturday also do the dress, and then I leave Sunday. So I feel like I actually have enough time, and worst comes to worst, I stay up all night on Friday to do it all. But again, I have all of Saturday still too. So I'm feeling a lot better than I was at the beginning of the week because I really thought that I was like gonna be really scrambling. But I've managed to, you know, do everything pretty well so far, and also still obviously work my other jobs, but also like see people and hang out with friends because I do want to see people before I leave for 3 weeks. So I'd say my time management this week, pretty solid. Don't know how, but the universe seems to be on my side this week. That being said, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll catch you guys in the morning.